Indian Express headlines every day. Something is better than nothing. 100% ట్రై చేస్తుంటే మనం రాను కొంచెం ఇంప్రూవ్ అయ్యే అవకాశం ఉంది. కాబట్టి ఎవ్రీడే మీరు న్యూస్ చూడడం ద్వారా, తెలుగుతో పాటు ఇంగ్లీషు వినడం ద్వారా, లేదంటే వింటూ ఉంటే కాస్త కూస్త అభివృద్ధి చెందుతామన్న ఉద్దేశంతో. నో వన్ ఈజ్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్, నో వన్ ఈజ్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. సో సంథింగ్ ఈజ్ బెటర్ దెన్ నథింగ్. ఎవడు పర్ఫెక్ట్ అయిన వ్యక్తి ఉన్నాడు కాబట్టి సంథింగ్ ఈజ్ బెటర్ దెన్ నథింగ్ అనే విషయంలో మన రూరల్ ఏరియా లోపల అందరికీ అందాలి. తెలుగుతో పాటు ఇంగ్లీష్ న్యూస్ కూడా చూస్తుంటే కామన్ అయిపోతుంది. చదువుతుంటే అదే వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి అందరూ అంటే లాంగ్వేజ్ పరిశుభ్రత కోసం కూడా మనం ట్రై చేయాలనే ఉద్దేశంతోనే నేను మీకు అందరి ముందరికి వస్తున్నా. ఖచ్చితంగా మీరు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. ఇంగ్లీష్ న్యూస్ కూడా చూడండి. ఖచ్చితంగా వింటూ ఉంటే మీకు ఇంగ్లీష్ అలవాటు అయితే ఇంగ్లీష్ వస్తుంది. సౌండ్ వస్తుంది అక్కడ ఎక్కడి నుంచో. SC access 51 years old curb single women get equal abortion rights. SC access 51 years old curb single women get equal abortion right. A bench says prohibiting single women with pregnancy up to 24 weeks from access abortion, while allowing the married women with the same term to get the care amounted to discrimination. Artificial distinction is not constitutionally sustainable. The law should not decide the beneficiaries of status based on the narrow patriarchal principles about what constitutes the permissible sex. Reproductive rights include the right to access education and information about contraception and sexual health, the right to choose whether or when to have children, the right to choose the number of children. Okay. Supreme Court has given very big convicts yesterday. Yes, we can understand what are the rights, what Supreme Court showed us, we can see. In a historic judgment, the Supreme Court on Thursday declared that single women with pregnancy between 20 and 24 weeks are entitled to access the same safe and legal abortion care as married women. A 3-judge bench led Justice D.Y. Chandrachud pried open the reactive grip of 51 years old abortion law, which barred unmarried women from terminating the pregnancies that are up to 24 weeks old. A judgment came in an appeal by a person who wanted to terminate pregnancy before her term completed 24 weeks. The Medical Termination of the Pregnancy Act 1971 prohibits unmarried women who are between 20 and 24 weeks pregnant to abortion with the help of registered doctors. The rights of productive autonomy, dignity and privacy give unmarried women the right of choice as to whether or not to bear a child on similar footing as that of a married woman. Justice Chandrachud held in an order issued on a petition filed by a person who choose to remain anonymous. The court declared that prohibition single women with pregnancies up to 24 weeks from accessing abortion while allowing married women with the same term of pregnancy to avail the care amounted to discrimination. The court said a single woman may have suffered the same change in the material circumstances as married pregnancy women. Yes, మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకున్న వాళ్ళు వైఫ్ అండ్ హస్బెండ్స్కు ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ టర్మినేట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఎన్ని రైట్స్ ఉంటాయో సేమ్ సింగిల్ ఉమెన్ అంటే భర్త చనిపోయిన వాళ్ళకి కానీ లేదంటే ఇంకెవరికైనా కానీ సేమ్ రైట్స్ ఉంటాయని చెప్పి వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా వాళ్ళ రైట్ వాళ్ళ హక్కు పిల్లలను అంటే ప్రెగ్నెంట్ అబార్షన్ చేసుకోవాలా ఉంచుకోవాలా లేదంటే పిల్లలు పెంచుకోవాలా అనేది తల్లులకు మాత్రమే ఆ హక్కులు ఇస్తూ సుప్రీంకోర్టు తీర్పిచ్చింది. 1971 ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ యాక్ట్ కింద చూస్తే 51 సంవత్సరాలు ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళు కూడా ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ టర్మినేట్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన విషయం కూడా ఇక్కడ క్లియర్గా చెప్పింది. ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా ఇవన్నీ అందరూ గుర్తుంచుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఎంతైనా ఉంది. ఇక్కడ సెక్సువల్ అసల్ట్ ఆఫ్ వైఫ్ కెన్ టేక్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ రేప్. ఎస్సీ sexual assault by a man his wife can take the form of rape. The Supreme Court said on Thursday in a significant judicial recognition marital rape at present not recognized as an offence under the Indian Penal Code IPC. The court said this is a judgment on a single woman right to abortion. ఇదే ఈ కోర్టు ఈ జడ్జిమెంట్ ఇచ్చిన రోజే సేమ్ అదే జడ్జిమెంట్ కూడా నిజంగా బలవంతంగా భార్యలను చాలామంది భర్తలు కొడుతూ తిడుతూ సెక్సువల్ హరాస్మెంట్ చేస్తారు కాబట్టి వాళ్ళకు కూడా ఇది వర్తిస్తుంది అని చెప్పి ఆమె కేసు పెడితే నిజంగానే జైలుకోవాల్సిందే భర్త. డ్రాఫ్ట్ డీలిమిటేషన్ రిపోర్ట్ యాప్ టీమ్ ఫ్లాగ్స్ అనామలీస్. Akhilesh re-elected SP President, Lucknow. Akhilesh Yadav was on Thursday unanimously re-elected President of the Samajwadi Party for the third consecutive time. Okay. Punjab CM in firing lineup open. Has a RTI query deals 42 vehicles in his convoy. Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann is again facing the heat of the opposition in the state after replying a query under the Right to Information Act revealed that 42 vehicles have been provided for his convoy since June. The opposition parties accused the Chief Minister of adopting a self-contradiction stand on the VIP culture. And the leader of the opposition in the Assembly and Congress leader Pratap Singh Bajwa said RTI reveals that the State Transport Corporation had given Mr. Mann's convoy more vehicles than his three predecessors. అమ్మా 1 2 42 వెహికల్ అవా నీ కాన్వాయ్కి. వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్? నేషనల్ స్పోర్ట్స్ అరేనా. అశోక్ గెహ్లోట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ రేస్, దిగ్విజయ్ సింగ్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్రే. ఎమర్జింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ Congress President Sonia Gandhi 10 Janpath residents after an hour long meeting. Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot on Thursday owned moral responsibility for the political crisis in his state, announced his withdrawal from the Congress presidential race and asserted that Mr. Gandhi will decide his continuance as a Chief Minister. The party General Secretary K.C. Venugopal, who had 2 rounds of meeting with Mr. Gandhi, said she would take that decision in AR2. On a day of his eye drama, former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Digvijay Singh joined the party's electoral contest by picking up nomination forms. Mr. Venugopal issued an advisory to Rajasthan lawmakers not to raise internal the matter in any public forum. Okay. UNESCO lists 50 iconic Indian textiles. It mentions causes for their dwindling popularity and provides the strategies for their preservation. UNESCO on Thursday released the list of the 50 exclusive and iconic heritage textiles craft of the country. Toda embroidery and Sangadi from Tamil Nadu, Himru from Hyderabad, and Banda tie and dye from Sambalpur in Odisha were some of the textiles that made the cut. Handmade for the 21st century, safeguarding traditional Indian textiles lists. The histories and the legends behind the textiles describes the complicated and secret process behind their making, mention the cause for their dwindling popularity and provides strategies for their presence. According to UNESCO, one of the major challenges to the safeguarding of the intangible culture heritage in the South Asia is the lack of proper inventory and documentation. The publication which aims to bridge this gap bring together years of research on the 50 selected textiles. Some of the iconic handcraft textiles document from North India are case from Panipat, Chamba rumals from Himachal Pradesh, Tigma or wool tie and dye from Ladakh, and Awadh Jamadani from Varanasi. Find place from the South Ilkal and Lambadi, Banjara, embroidery from the Karnataka, Sikal Nayakanpet, Kalamkari from Tanjavur have been included. Kunbi weaves from Goa, Marshu weaves and Patola from Gujarat, Himru from Maharashtra and Garekoiral from West Bengal also find a place among the 50 iconic textiles. ఓకే కంటిన్యూ కూడా ఉన్నట్టు తెలుసుద్దాం. ఈ ఐకానిక్ టెక్స్టైల్స్ అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి భారతదేశంలో ఉన్నటువంటి అల్లికలు చేతి వృత్తుల ద్వారా వచ్చేటువంటి చేనేత పరిశ్రమలు అనేక రకాలుగా వివిధ స్టేట్లో ఉన్నటువంటి వాటి అన్నిటిని తీసుకొచ్చి ఒక ప్రదర్శన చేసినట్టు యుఎస్కో చెప్పింది. అది భారతదేశ చేతి వృత్తులకు ఒక ప్రతీకగా ఉన్నాయని చెప్తున్నాను. మనం రష్యా సెట్ టు అనెక్స్ 4 ఉక్రెయిన్ రిజల్ట్స్ టుడే. ఇక అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్ ఉంది, బాగుంది చూడండి. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నట్టున్నాయి మంచిగా. ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయంటే స్టవ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడ 5 ఉన్నాయి. దీని రేట్ ఎంత ఏం కథ ఒకసారి ఇట్లా చూసుకోండి. ట్యాబ్ మెగా స్టవ్ అంట, ట్యాబ్ మెగా స్టవ్ 40 kb 24 లీటర్స్ అవుట్ గోయింగ్ హీటర్స్, హాట్ అప్ అన్ని రకరకాలు ఇచ్చారు. ఏమైనా కావాలంటే తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఆప్ టీమ్ ఫ్లాగ్స్ anomalies in draft delimitation report. The party demands the recovering of wards with the uniform distribution of voters. Congress plays Kejriwal's silence on major issues. BJP says ruling party taking sadistic pleasure in criticizing fair work. 35% sale. Sofas more. 25,000 start 99th. What is this? Exclusive available. Delhi lo matra. Right. Pending salaries in NCD mounting post merge. The civic body needs to 1126.43 crores to clear the backlog, say officials. Half CMD spare over 1 crore relief COVID warriors. Achilles re-elected SP President for third consecutive term. Bharat Jodo Yatra provides a shot in the arm for Congress. Shinde tried Jain Congress in the past, say MVA leaders. Bharat Jodo Yatra provides a shot in the arm for Congress. 18 days, the mass contact program spread ahead by the Rahul Gandhi in Kerala appears to have galvanized party leaders at the grassroots after successive defeat in assembly elections. The Bharat Jodo Yatra, led by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi appears to have galvanized party leaders in Kerala into action, besides reinforcing a spirit of camaraderie among the United Democratic Front partners. Camaraderie. Although the slogans of we can see Bharat Jodo Yatra provides a shot in the arm for the Congress. 18 days, the mass contact program spearheaded by Rahul Gandhi in Karnataka appears to have galvanized party leaders at the grassroots after successive defeat in assembly elections. In Bharat Jodo Yatra, led by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, appears to have galvanized the party leaders in Kerala into action based reinforcing in the spirit of camaraderie among the United Democratic Front of partners. Although the slogans of the Yatra is aimed at uniting India from the religious polarization, Congress leaders feel that Mr. Gandhi's 18 days mass contact program through the 8 districts has been able to drive this political point home in the state. The meeting with the social, political and the cultural leaders and the interaction with women and the students were highly effective, as also the conversation with the farmers from Kottayam and Idukki, Northern districts, including Wayanad and Kozhikode. Kerala Pradesh Congress Committee KPCC President K. Sudhakaran told the Hindu on Thursday. Despite the drawing the flag from the ruling the Communist Party of the Indian Marxists, the leadership in the state and Bharatiya Janata Party, the leaders initially Mr. Gandhi remained fairly unruffled. We were unfazed by his remarks as the KPCC was sure of the Yatra success. Mr. Sudhakaran said CPI leaders had criticized the Yatra, saying it was spending 18 days in the left-ruled state and just 2 in BJP-ruled Uttar Pradesh. However, Jairam Ramesh, All India Congress Committee, the General Secretary in charge of communications, took a dig at the CPI by calling by the party of A team of the B team and liked the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in terms of ideology and management style. The BJP turned the Yatra as the hello, describing the program was essentially family shaving campaign to keep the Gandhi in control of party. ఓకే ఓకే ఏదేమైనా కేరళలోని కేరళ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ స్టేట్ మొత్తంలో 8 జిల్లాలను కలుపుతూ జరిగినటువంటి రాహుల్ గాంధీ పాదయాత్ర అద్భుతంగా సక్సెస్గా అన్ని వర్గాలను కలుపుకుంటూ వచ్చినటువంటి యాత్ర అద్భుతమైన సక్సెస్ జరిగిందని చెప్తూ కేరళ పార్టీ ప్రెసిడెంట్ కేపీసీసీ అంటే కేరళ ప్రదేశ్ కాంగ్రెస్ కమిటీ ప్రెసిడెంట్ సుధాకరన్ ఏం చెప్తున్నా అంటే 100% సక్సెస్ అయింది. బీజేపీ సిపిఎంలు ఏమో పనికిరాని మాటలు మాట్లాడుతూ వాళ్ళకి చల్లగా అయిందని చెప్పి చెప్తా ఉన్నాడు. Sinde tried join Congress in the past, say MV leaders. Sinde. Oh, both the army. All quit on the Maoist front. The fall of the Buhra Pahar, a command center of the CPI, the Maoists in the jungle along the Jharkhand Chhattisgarh border signifies a border trend. The ultras are on the retreat across the country despite the gains they made in diplomating the strength of the rebel. The Union Home Minister take on no prisons. Approaching and explanation of the security operation have raised the human rights concern. Devesh K. Pandey report from the battlefield that are now calm. Amisha garu vachirga a historic milestone in the international security of the country has been crossed. Security person of the campaign of the Tishia village in the Jharkhand after the driving the Maoist out of the bush of Pahar and below the besides of that. Metro Plus. I love you, Director Maniratnam Bose. Adil Hussain seeks answers. When Telangana MLA appears before PD Act Advisory Board from jail. Who is he? We'll see. Telangana MLA appears before the PD Act Advisory Board from jail. A advisory board on the Prevention Detention Act on Thursday the revealed order on the maintainability of the detention of Goshamayal MLA Raja Singh under the act after the legislature presidential is contentious. Appearing through the video conferencing from the prison premise, the legislator was lodged in Cherlapalli Central Prison on August 25th following this detention under PD Act. Lord Karna Sagar said that Mr. Singh presented his contentions in the before the board and challenging his arrest under the PD Act. Since always are not allowed, the MLA himself argued his case, pointing out the illegalities about his detention. The lawyer said, what is this? Telangana MLA appears before the PD Act Advisory Board from jail. What this is? Kerala orders crackdown on all activities of PFI affiliates. Kerala orders crackdown on the all activities of the PFI affiliates. After the flood, Bengaluru need to clean up its act. India lacks a complete pediatric cardiac service. Pediatric cardiac service involving chair clarity in needed in the relationship of the CDS with the service chips. Chips. What is this? How much should India prop up rupee? There is a limit. The RBI continuously managing the volatility because the exchange rate management is not its mandate, but price stability through inflation containment is the real effective of the exchange rate that measures trade competitiveness with the other nation using the basket of the currencies of a good guidepost for the RBI in forex management. ఏమేమి ఉన్నట్టుంది కథ. We'll see that also, the cause for the case for the serial listening. Podcast perceived as an intelligent medium is a fertile ground for the storytelling, especially in journalism. We'll see text and context. News in numbers. Refugee students from Myanmar admitted into Mizoram schools. 6,000 the number of children from the Myanmar who have been enrolled in various schools across the Mizoram. They had taken refugee in the states along with their parents following a military cup in their country. Country of the 6,195 children, 5,220 were enrolled in government schools and 184 in government aided institutions. Millions of children to miss school in Pakistan due to floods. 3 million the number of the children in Pakistan who may miss at least one semester because of the flood damage to schools following the heavy monsoon rain likely worsened by the climate change. Unapprehendedly delays since mid-June have affected more than 33 million people inundated millions of across of land and devastated infrastructure including education facilities. AP. Government defers proposal to make 6 airbags mandatory. 6. The number of mandatory airbags that have been a part of 8 seats car from October 1, 2023. The government has deferred the implementation of the proposal by the year. It had earlier planned to make 6 airbags mandatory for enhanced safety from the October 1st to 2022. The announcement was made by Road Transport and Highway Minister Nitish Gadkari. Nitish Gadkari said, what happened? You will see. Post-Afghanistan, terrorist numbers up in Jammu and Kashmir, CRPF GD. 200 the number of the militant operating in the Jammu and Kashmir currently. According to the outgoing Center Reserve Police Force DG Kuldeep Singh, an uptick has been noticed in the number of foreign terrorists appearing in the valley post of the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. However, the total number of the terrorists is less now compared to earlier, Mr. Singh said. German inflation peaked at the highest level in over 25 years, 10.9 The percentage by which the consumer price accelerated in Germany in September. This was the highest increase in the country in more than a quarter of a century, the driven by high energy prices. Analysis have warned that the energy crisis is yet to make itself fully felt. Cost for energy were 43.9% higher compared to September 2021 returns, reactors peak highest level and over the 25 years. జర్మన్ ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ జర్మన్లో ఈరోజు ఘోరమైన పరిస్థితి. ఏం చేస్తాం, ఏంది పరిస్థితి? ద డ్రాఫ్ట్ టెలికమ్యూనికేషన్ బిల్ 2022. డస్ ద న్యూ బిల్ డైల్యూట్ ద పవర్ ఆఫ్ ద టెలికాం రెగ్యులేటరీ అథారిటీ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా? What will be the effect of including OTT communications reserved within the definition of the telecommunication services? The gist. The Minister of Communication released a draft of Indian Telecommunication Bill 2022 last week for public comments. The draft is attempted by the government to update the extant regulatory the framework in keeping with the advancements and challenges in the sector. The current draft of the bill expands the definition of the telecommunication services to include the OTT communication services. As a consequence of this, OTT telecommunication service may be subject to the same licensing conditions as TSPS. If the OTT, the communication services are required to obtain the same license, they would also be the subject to be the number of conditions such as the maintaining the know your customer details of their users, adhering to certain encryption regulations and allowing the awful access to the government of their requirement and networks. For the first time, a specific provision enabling the government to order suspension of the internet power has been introduced through the draft bill. The civil society has, however, raised the concerns that the proposed provision that gives the government power to order internet shutdowns while failing to incorporate the safeguards such as judicial oversight. What is this? This is going on here. The gist is Trishi Goyal, explainer. What is the draft Indian Telecommunication Bill 2022? The draft bill provides that the commercial communications which are the advising, the promotion and the nature should be the made only with the prior contest of the subscriber. Punin Selvam 1. How Maniratnam's interpretation of Kalki's novel could illuminate the books versus movies debate. Illustrate and illuminate. BRCM promises to take action on IAS officer. A single woman get equal abortion right. The petitions and the process to active the leaving will to be here on November 23. BRCM promises to take action on IAS officer. As Kumar said that he is monitoring the situation. Bhamra expressed cigarette for the hurting the sentiment of the girl student. Meanwhile, the NCW has asked the officer to respond within even 7 days. Even a pedama chadina, Sudanika Bana on the a day after the senior IAS officer Hajar Kohor Bumrah quoted the controversy with her remarks against a girl student of a government school in Bihar. The Chief Minister Nitish Kumar on Thursday said that he is monitoring the situation and action would be taken if anyone found guilty. After an official engagement at an investors meet, Mr. Kumar told the press persons, we are helping two men for empowerment in the state. I came to know about it when I was coming here as some Delhi-based newspapers to have carried this. I am monitoring each and everything, and if anyone will be found guilty, action would be taken. Meanwhile, Mr. Bhumra has expressed regret over the incident in a letter to press persons. She said, I express regret if some girls or participant sentiment was hurt with the sum of my words, but the intent was not to humiliate someone or hurt someone and sentiment, but to encourage them for the progress in future. The National Commission for Women, NCW, has also taken the cognizance of Mr. Bhumra's remark. The NCW has asked the officer to reply within 7 days. Mr. Bhumra was seen rebuking the students in the video of the program, what went viral on social media platform on Wednesday. When the government is providing us the school uniform, scholarships and so many things, why can't it provide the Whisper, the brand of the sanitary pads 20 to 30, the student had asked Mr. Bhumra at the Sashakt Bitte Samrit Bihar. Empower the daughter of the prosperous Bihar towards the enhancing the value of girls workshop. The official is seen responding, there is need to change the mindset. Why should the government provide you everything free? Tomorrow you will say the government can provide the jeans and why not some beautiful shoes thereafter, and eventually at the time of family planning you will expect the government to provide the Nirdosh, the brand of condoms too. Mr. Bhumra has IAS officer of the 1992 batch. He is principal secretary in the Women and the Child Welfare Department and headed the State Women and Child Development Corporation. The program was organized by the State Women and the Child Development Corporation, Child Development UNICEF and other international organizations in Patna on Tuesday. When the press persons had sought to her reaction to the video, Mr. Bhumra had said it's all false, malicious and wrong reporting of event. I am known as one of the most vociferous champions of women's right and empowerment. Some mischievous elements might have resorted to such low attempt to malign my reputation. ఏదేమైనా మేడం నాలుకే కరుచుకున్నది. తొందరవాడి మాట్లాడి పిల్లలంటే ఏదో మీ ఇంటికాడ ఉన్న కూలీలలేగా, ఏదో కాలేజీ ఒక వర్క్షాప్కి పిలిచినప్పుడు పిల్లలు ఏదో మాట్లాడినప్పుడు జాగ్రత్తగా మాట్లాడాలి. కొన్ని సందర్భాలకు వస్తే ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్ల కన్నా షార్ప్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటుంది. వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు నీ ఇష్టం వచ్చింది ఏదో నోటికి వచ్చినట్టు నువ్వు ఆఫీసర్ అని, వాళ్ళు ఏదో తిండికి గతి లేక ఉన్నారని, వాళ్ళు పేదోళ్ళే కావచ్చు కానీ నాలెడ్జ్ తక్కువ లేం గారు ఇప్పుడు నీకు సుఖాలు చూపిస్తారు. ఏం లాభం? తొందరవాడి మాట్లాడితే గట్లే ఉంటుంది. శానిటైజర్ని కావాలన్నా లేనప్పుడు అడగవచ్చు, అన్నం లేనప్పుడు అన్నం అడుగుతారు, ఇంకేమన్నా అవసరం ఉంటే అవి అడుగుతారు. అప్పుడు నువ్వు కళ్ళు కొవ్వేకి మాట్లాడితే గిట్లే ఉంటుంది నీ పరిస్థితి. Petition and process to activate leaving will to be heard on now 23. Single women get equal abortion rights. The single woman may have been abandoned or without a job or been a victim of violence during the pregnancy. Her life could be in danger due to fetal abnormalities. She may have been a victim of sexual exploitation, leading to the pregnancy. There would be the case in which she could have got pregnant due to the contraceptive, the failure, leaving her in a state of mental anguish. The law should not decide the beneficiaries of the status based on the narrow patriarchal, the principle about that constitutes permissible sex. This would create individuals invidious classifications. Justice Chandrachud said in the judgment, the court said 8 women die every day in India due to the unsafe abortions. 67% of the abortions carried out between 2007 and 2011 were classified unsafe. Illegal abortion is a continuing crisis, especially unmarried women. The MTP Amendment Act in the 2021 included the term partner to show that the law was not just concerned about women within marriage. The court said the artificial distinction between married and unmarried women was not constitutionally sustainable. The state would be stripping single women and their autonomy over their bodies and lives by forcing them to carry unwanted pregnancy to full term. Reproductive autonomy, including the right to choose whether or not to have an abortion. A woman does not need to the permission for a third party to abort. Excellent judgment. Edaina, the woman, if she want to reverse the abortion, she can do. The all rights goes to that woman, but third person should not involve and should not blame them. Whatever she wants, if she want to terminate the pregnancy, she can. But otherwise, no need. But equal. Here, what a single woman get equal right to abortions to abortion rights. Yes, this is also. If there is her husband is, if they die, the other types of women also they have equal right to do the abortion. At the same way, this is very good. ఖచ్చితంగా ఇది అందరికంటే పెళ్ళి అయిన మహిళలతో సమానంగా పెళ్ళి అయి భర్తలు వదిలిపెట్టిన వాళ్ళు లేదంటే భర్తలు చనిపోయిన వాళ్ళు లేదా పెళ్లి కాకుండా ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ అయిన వాళ్ళు కూడా పెళ్ళి అయిన మహిళలతో సమానంగా వాళ్ళ ఇష్ట ప్రకారమే కావాలనుకుంటే వాళ్ళు ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ తీసేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇక్కడ సుప్రీంకోర్టు ఇచ్చింది, ఎవరు మాట్లాడలేదు. ఇంతకుముందు దొంగతనంగా చేశారు. సెక్సువల్ అసల్ట్ ఆఫ్ వైఫ్ కాంట్ టేక్ ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ రేప్. Sexual assault of wife can take form of rape. What is this danger? Sexual assault of wife can take a form of rape. The court also deals with how married women, like single women, were exposed to sexual assault within the family and suffered forced pregnancies. A woman may become pregnant as a result of non-consensual sexual intercourse performed upon her, by her husband. We should be remiss in not recognizing that intimate partner violence is a reality and can take the form of rape. The misconception that strangers are exclusively or the most exclusively responsible for the sex and gender-based violence is a deeply regrettable one. The sex and gender-based violence within the context of the family has long formed a part of the life experience of the scores of women a bench led by the Justice Y. Chandrachud held, it is not conceivable that married women become pregnant as a result of their husbands having raped them. The institutions of marriage does not influence the answer to the question of whether a woman has consented as a sexual relations. Justice Chandrachud observed, marital rape is not recognized as an offence under the IPC exemption 2 to section 375 of the IPC removes a marital rape from the ambit of rape. Another bench of the court is currently hearing appeals to remove the conception. Justice Chandrachud said the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act recognizes a husband's act of the sexual assault or force to intercourse committed on his wife as a rape. It said the exception to section 375 rape was only a legal fiction. However, the court stopped short. They're saying the understanding the MTP Act would not have the effect of the striking down exemption 2 to section 375. This is also quoted. చాలా మంది అదే మ్యాక్సిమం చాలా మంది రెండు పెళ్ళిళ్ళు 3 పెళ్ళిళ్ళు తీసుకొని లేదంటే అనేకంగా ఇద్దరు పిల్లల తర్వాత ఆమెకు ఒకటే పిల్లని కానాలనుకుని నాకు 2 పిల్లలు కావాలి 3 పిల్లలు కానీ ఫోర్స్ఫుల్గా ఎవరైతే ఈ ఉమెన్స్ను ఇబ్బంది పెడతారో వాళ్ళు కూడా రేప్ కింద పెట్టి కేసులు పెట్టి అరెస్ట్ చేసి అధికారం భార్య అయిన పర్వాలేదు కానీ ఇబ్బంది పెడితే మాత్రం వాడు కూడా జైలుకు పోయే అవకాశాలు మాత్రం సుప్రీంకోర్టు క్లియర్గా వెలువరించింది. I head of Shah visit tin blasts on Bush's leave to injured in Udhampur. More foreign terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir after Agwan situation. ఏమో అసలు జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్లో నరేంద్ర మోడీ చెప్పి అసలు టెర్రరిస్టులు లేకుండా అసలు రారని చెప్తే మళ్ళీ ఇదేం కదా. గెహ్లాట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ రేస్ దిగ్విజయ్ సింగ్ ఫ్రే. More foreign terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir after Agwan situation. Avuna. There has been an increase of the numbers of the foreign terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir after Afghanistan situation. Kuldeep Singh, Director General of the Central Reserve Police Force, said on Thursday. The Taliban took over the reins of the Afghanistan in August 2021. Mr. Singh said the challenges for the security agencies have increased after the Afghanistan episode, but the overall number of the terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir, which includes local and foreign terrorists, was under 200. The outgoing DG, who is set to hang up his boots on September 30, said the CRPF, which has the largest component in Jammu and Kashmir, has its own intelligence wing to monitor the terror-related activities after August 5, 2019, when the Article 370 that gave the special status to Jammu and Kashmir was read by the Parliament. The number of the stone throwing incident had reduced, he said. He, however, mentioned that there was an imminent threat of the delivery of explosive by drones from Pakistan. We are moving towards the peace. However, some incident take place like the killing of Bihari migrants workers, but overall there has been a education in number of incident in Jammu and Kashmir, Mr. Singh said. In the left-wing extremism corridor, Chhattisgarh remains the formidable challenge, he pointed out, we have moved a proposal to set up the 30-bed hospital in Jadalpur in the Chhattisgarh. The approval from the ministry should come soon, Mr. Singh said. Jadalpur is around 300 kilometers from the Rainpur. The hospital will be beneficial of the CRPF Jawans injured in encounter with the Maoist or in improvised explosive device blasts. Mr. Singh shared that the Ministry of the Home Affairs has constituted a committee to examine the cause of stress among the Central Armed Police Force. A personnel, the CRPF has also taken several measures such as yoga sessions with the Brahma Kumaris and art of the living classes to curb the stress among the personnel, he added. Among the personnel, he added. This is the situation. So whatever it may be, more foreign terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir has Afghanistan situation. ఆఫ్ఘనిస్తాన్ సిచ్యువేషనే కాదు, అక్కడ టెర్రరిస్ట్ యాక్ట్ ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఉంది. 1950 తర్వాత 70-80 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది అక్కడ. ఫస్ట్ మీరు అందరూ గుర్తుంచుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే జమ్మూ అండ్ కాశ్మీర్లో 370 జీవోతోని ఏమున్నదంటే అక్కడ ఉన్న 370 జీవో ద్వారా అక్కడ అప్పుడు జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్ అనేది ఒక దేశంగా ఉండే. పాకిస్తాన్ భారతదేశంతోనే విడిపోయినప్పుడు అది పాకిస్తాన్కి దగ్గర కాబట్టి పాకిస్తాన్ ఏ విధంగా విడిపోయినంతే హిందీ భాష హిందీ మాట్లాడే వాళ్ళంతా ఒకటిగా మేము ఉంటామని చెప్పి తుర్కోళ్ళంతా ముస్లింలంతా కలిసి వన్ సైడ్ పోతామని చెప్పి పాకిస్తాన్ తీసుకున్నది. ఆ విధంగా తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి జమ్మూ అండ్ కాశ్మీర్లో కూడా ఎక్కువ హిందీ మాట్లాడే వాళ్ళు ముస్లింలు ఉంటారు కాబట్టి జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్ మాకు కావాలని కోరుకున్నది పాకిస్తాన్. కానీ జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్ అప్పుడు రాజు ఉండేవాడు. అతను ఏం చేసిండు, జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్ ప్రజలు కానీ అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి రాజు కానీ ఏం చెప్పినంటే మాకు 100% మేము భారత్లోనే ఉంటామని కోరుకోరు. వాళ్ళు కోరుకున్నారు ఒకవేళ సపరేట్ దేశంగా ఉంటే మనకు ప్రమాదం. పాకిస్తాన్ మన దేశాన్ని పక్క దేశం ఉంటే మనకి ఎట్లా ప్రమాదం అయిందో ఇక్కడ జమ్మూ అండ్ కాశ్మీర్ కూడా పక్క దేశం ఉంటే ఆ దేశంగా ఉంటే మన సరిహద్దు ప్రాంతం కాబట్టి వాళ్ళ డేంజర్ కాదు కాబట్టి మనకు ప్రమాదం అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి భారతదేశంలో కలుపుకొని అప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి రాజు కొన్ని ఆంక్షలు పెట్టిండు, రాజులు పరిపాలించద్దని. ఆంక్షలు ఏమైనా పెట్టిండంటే మాకు స్వయం ప్రతిపత్తి ఉండాలి, గవర్నర్ పాలన ఉండాలి, మేమే అటానమస్ అంటే మేమే ఏ నిర్ణయాలు తీసుకునే అవకాశాలు మాకు కల్పించాలని చెప్పి వాళ్ళు అడిగినప్పుడు అప్పుడు డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ వీళ్ళందరూ కలిసి ఏం చేసినట్టే వాళ్ళకి స్వయం ప్రతిపత్తి ఇచ్చారు. ఇప్పుడు వచ్చి నరేంద్ర మోడీ ఏమేమో చేసినట్టు అదే ఇండియాలో భారతదేశంలో 100% జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్ అనేది భారతదేశంలో భాగం. నువ్వు జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్లో మొత్తం మూట కట్టుకొని వదిలినా వాళ్ళు పోలేరు, చట్టంలో బంధించబడరు వాళ్ళు. కానీ స్వయం ప్రతిపత్తి కావాలి, మీకు బార్డర్ ప్రాంతం అక్కడ టెర్రరిజం ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది, ఇబ్బందికరమైన పరిస్థితులు ఉంటాయని చెప్పి అడిగినప్పుడు అక్కడ వాళ్ళకి అనుగుణంగా అప్పుడు చట్టం తయారు చేస్తే ఈయన వచ్చి ఏందో నేను చేసిన అని చెప్పాడు. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ టెర్రరిస్టులు ఇంకా ఫారెన్కి వెళ్ళి వచ్చిరంట. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాడు, ఏం చేయాలి, అక్కడ భూములు అమ్ముడుకోవాలి, ప్రజలు స్వచ్ఛందంగా ఉండాలి, టెర్రరిజం నాశనం కావాలి అని చెప్పే కదా అక్కడ ఇక్కడ 370 ఏమో చేస్తాను ఈయన. ఇప్పుడు డాక్టర్ ఏంటంటే నరేంద్ర మోడీ చేసింది నిజమా అవదమా, టెర్రరిస్ట్ మొత్తం తగ్గిపోయి అందరిలాగా మనం హైదరాబాద్ నాటి తిరిగితే అప్పుడు జమ్మూ కాశ్మీర్ కరెక్ట్, నరేంద్ర మోడీ డిసిషన్ కరెక్ట్, లేకపోతే నరేంద్ర మోడీ తీసుకున్న డిసిషన్ కూడా 100% ఫెయిల్. SC ruling on abortion comes as a ray of hope activities. Discriminizing adults century seeks clarification. In evening there were news event. Doctors need not report identify of minors seeking abortion says SCs. It will see tomorrow. Ensure equal net privacy for the Indians and others century. States to up vigil on communally charged posts on social media. PFI alleged the link in Turkey and Qatar under the scrutiny. At the end of the US tour, Minister indicates the F-16 issues that came up with the talks with Blinken. No updates in risk level of the Canadian travel advisory. 175 alleged drug smugglers held in Operation Garuda. Adimulam of Dinamlar made director of the PTI board. Rape case FIR against the politician's son quash. India wants to relationship of mutual sensitivity with China. Wait and see Jaishankar and India's position on Russia, referendum in Ukraine, deliberate sabotage in the Nord Stream leaks NATO. European Union grapples with runaway energy price. US confirms the American citizen killed in Kurdistan. Amid crisis, Lebanon fails to elect a new president. US announces $10 in funding for the Pacific Islands. Senior citizens' families to see small gains in small savings. Current account deficit widened to 2.8% of the GDP in Q1. Housing sales rose 49% in July-September across 8 key cities. Govt aims to borrow 10,000 crores less in Wi-Fi 3 and tax mop-up. Don't rely on incentives, subsidies. Goel tells experts. External debits slid by $2.5 billion in Q1 on valuation gain RBI. Center creating the enabling the policies, the states must work to woo the investors. Gov defense rules and extends airbags in cars by 1 year. Okay, thank you very much. We will meet tomorrow. Okay, bye.